Story 1 of 9. Missing 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Sharon Granites and search for Jefferson Lewis in Alice Springs. Missing 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Sharon Granites and search for Jefferson Lewis in Alice Springs. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 5-year-old Sharon Granites went missing from Old Timers Town Camp, Marshall Court, in Alice Springs on Saturday, April 26, 2026, at around 11:30 p.m., last seen wearing a dark blue short-sleeve t-shirt with a white stripe around the neck and sleeves, and black boxer-style underwear. Sharon was reported missing by her mother at approximately 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, April 27, 2026. Police are searching for 47-year-old Jefferson Lewis, who was last seen with Sharon holding hands at around 11 p.m. on Saturday night and has not been located since. Jefferson Lewis was recently released from prison, 6 days prior to Sharon's disappearance, and has a history of violence-related offenses, including aggravated assault, breaching domestic violence orders, and resisting police. Police believe Sharon was abducted and are treating the case as a major crime, with a fugitive task force and extensive resources deployed, including helicopters, drones, search dogs, mounted police, and Aboriginal trackers. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC initially reported that Sharon may have wandered off through an unlocked door, but later articles, including from The Guardian, state police believe she was abducted by Jefferson Lewis. The Guardian states Jefferson Lewis was peripherally known to Sharon's family, while the ABC clarifies he was not directly related but had a very peripheral link. The ABC notes that police have not been able to locate some residents of Old Timers Camp, but it is unclear whether this is due to them being missing or simply not found during searches. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and SBS News. Story 2 of 9. Australia proposes new levy on tech giants for news content funding. Australia proposes new levy on tech giants for news content funding. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The Australian government introduced a draft news bargaining incentive, NBI, on April 28, 2026, proposing a 2.25% levy on tech giants' Australian revenue unless they strike deals with news outlets. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and Google have criticised the plan, with Meta calling it a government-mandated transfer of wealth and Google rejecting the tax as unnecessary. The NBI applies to digital platforms with Australian revenues of $250 million or more, including Meta, Google, and TikTok, ByteDance. Tech companies can offset the levy by making deals with news organisations, 150% deduction for traditional media and 170% for smaller outlets. The NBI replaces the Morrison government's News Media Bargaining Code, NMBC, which Meta sidestepped by removing news content from its platforms after deals expired in 2024. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states the NBI will generate between $200 million and $250 million in revenue, while The Guardian does not specify a range but implies the figure is similar. The Guardian mentions the NBI was first proposed in late 2024, but the ABC does not explicitly state this timeline, focusing instead on the 2026 announcement. The ABC reports that Meta's original deals under the NMBC were worth about $70 million, while The Guardian does not specify a figure for Meta's expired deals. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 3 of 9. Ex-FBI Director James Comey indicted over seashell Instagram post allegedly threatening Trump. Ex-FBI Director James Comey indicted over seashell Instagram post allegedly threatening Trump. Here's what every outlet agrees on. James Comey was indicted on April 28, 2026, for allegedly threatening President Donald Trump via an Instagram post of seashells arranged as 8647 foot in May 2025. The indictment includes 2 counts: knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life of and to inflict bodily harm upon the president and transmitting a threat in interstate commerce. Comey deleted the post and stated in a follow-up, "I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. It never occurred to me, but I oppose violence of any kind, so I took the post down." The 86-47 numbers reference Trump as the 47th U.S. president, with 86 allegedly interpreted as slang for kill or eliminate. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche announced the indictment at a press conference on April 28, 2026, calling it a routine prosecution of threats against public officials. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and SMH state the indictment was filed on April 28, 2026, while ABC and News Comau mention the press conference was held on April 28, 2026, but do not explicitly state the filing date. News Comau states the maximum imprisonment term is 10 years, while ABC, SMH, and Guardian state it is 5 years for each count. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, and Sydney Morning Herald. Story 4 of 9. UK PM Starmer faces parliamentary probe over Mandelson appointment scandal. UK PM Starmer faces parliamentary probe over Mandelson appointment scandal. Here's what every outlet agrees on. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer survived a parliamentary vote on April 29, 2026, to refer him to a Privileges Committee over Peter Mandelson's appointment as US Ambassador, with 335 MPs voting against and 223 for, majority of 112. Peter Mandelson was sacked from his ambassadorial role in September 2025 after revelations about deeper ties to Jeffrey Epstein surfaced. Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch led the push for the parliamentary probe, accusing Starmer of misleading Parliament about Mandelson's appointment. Starmer sacked Foreign Office Permanent Secretary Ollie Robbins in April 2026 after it was revealed Robbins had overruled UK security vetting's recommendation to deny Mandelson clearance. 15 Labour MPs, including John McDonnell, Richard Bergen, and Emma Lewell, rebelled and voted for the motion, while 53 Labour MPs did not vote, some absent for government business. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states Starmer denies allegations that his office applied pressure on the Foreign Ministry to approve Mandelson's appointment, while The Guardian does not explicitly state this denial but focuses on Starmer's refusal to cooperate with the inquiry. The ABC mentions Starmer sacked Mandelson in September 2025 after a fresh batch of revelations, while The Guardian does not specify the timing of the revelations beyond the broader scandal context. The Guardian emphasises that 53 Labour MPs did not vote, some due to government business, while the ABC does not provide a specific count of absent MPs beyond noting dissent. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 9. Dezi Freeman's fatal police encounter and discovery of child abuse files on his devices. Dezi Freeman's fatal police encounter and discovery of child abuse files on his devices. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Dezi Freeman was shot dead by police on March 30, 2026, after 216 days on the run, emerging from a shipping container in Thollagolong, Victoria. Freeman killed 2 Victoria police officers, Vadim de Wart-Hottet and Neil Thompson, on August 26, 2025, during a botched search warrant execution at his Pawpunka home. Police found hundreds of files containing child abuse material on Freeman's devices during the August 2025 raid at his Pawpunka property. The search warrant was executed as part of an investigation by the Wangaratta Sexual Offences and Child Abuse Investigation Team, involving allegations of historical sex offences, including sexual exposure. Freeman was a self-described sovereign citizen who lived in a ramshackle bus in Pawpunka with his wife and children at the time of the shootings. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states Freeman was shot dead on March 30, 2026, while news.com.au does not explicitly state the date but confirms the timeline of events leading to his death in March 2026. ABC mentions Freeman was living in a dilapidated bus at the time of the shootings, while news.com.au describes it as a makeshift property without specifying the exact living conditions. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au. Story 6 of 9. Sex worker Kayla Jade falls in love with a client, blurring professional boundaries. Sex worker Kayla Jade falls in love with a client, blurring professional boundaries. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The headline of the article is "The Golden Rule of Sex Work is to not fall in love with a client. Kayla Jade broke it." The client is referred to as Mr. Sheffield by Kayla Jade, who initially compared him to the character Mr. Sheffield from *The Nanny Star. Kayla Jade and Mr. Sheffield first met in Sydney during a tour she was on, with their initial encounter described as a rushed booking in a budget hotel. They both share the same zodiac sign, Cancer, ADHD diagnosis, and take the same medication. Mr. Sheffield initially booked Kayla Jade through her website and paid cash for services. But not all outlets told the same story. Both sources are identical, so no contradictions exist between Thej and SMH. This story was covered by Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 7 of 9. Pauline Hanson receives $2 million donations for new private plane linked to Gina Rinehart Associates. Pauline Hanson receives $2 million donations for new private plane linked to Gina Rinehart Associates. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Pauline Hanson announced a new Cirrus G7 private plane donated to her, valued at up to $2 million, on April 29, 2026. The plane was described by Hanson as sexy and fast in her social media post. Hanson thanked Angus and Sarah Aitken for a $1 million donation to One Nation and its candidates, including herself, Malcolm Roberts, Sean Bell, Tyron Whitten, and Barnaby Joyce. Adam Giles and Ian Plimer each donated $500,000 to One Nation, both of whom are associates of Gina Rinehart and executives at Hancock Energy or Hancock Agriculture. Hanson referenced The Guardian in her post, stating yes, it's going to annoy The Guardian. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Hanson failed to declare 5 flights on Rinehart's private jet, but Newscom AU does not mention this specific allegation. This story was covered by The Guardian and news.com.au. Story 8 of 9. Australia's inflation surge driven by Middle East war fuel shock. Australia's inflation surge driven by Middle East war fuel shock. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Annual headline inflation in Australia rose to 4.6% in March 2026, up from 3.7% in February 2026. Automotive fuel prices increased by 32.8% month-on-month in March 2026, contributing to a 9.2% rise in transport prices. Trimmed mean inflation, RBA's preferred measure, remained steady at 3.3% in March 2026. The war in the Middle East caused the largest global energy shock since the 1970s-80s oil crises, driving inflation. The Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA, targets medium-term inflation averaging 2.5%. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states the 33% fuel price jump occurred before the 26-cent excise cut, while ABC does not specify timing relative to the cut. ABC mentions the Middle East war as a global energy shock since the 1970s and 80s, while The Guardian attributes it to an Iran war-linked fuel shock without explicitly naming the 1970s-80s comparison. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 9 of 9. Warwick Thornton's film Wolfram sequel to Sweet Country analysed by critics. Warwick Thornton's film Wolfram sequel to Sweet Country analysed by critics. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Warwick Thornton directed Wolfram a sequel to Sweet Country 2017, set in 1932. Wolfram premiered at the 2025 Adelaide Film Festival and later at the 2026 Berlinale in competition for the Golden Bear. Deborah Mailman stars as Pansy, an errant mother searching for her stolen children in Wolfram Star. Thomas M. Wright plays Mick Kennedy, the station owner from Sweet Country in Wolfram Star. Pedria Jackson portrays Philomac, Mick Kennedy's 18-year-old Aboriginal son, in Wolfram Star. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian describes Wolfram as lacking a MacGuffin to drive the plot, while the ABC focuses on the film's themes of hope and survival as intentional departures from sweet country*'s bleakness. The Guardian critic suggests the film's slowness feels lumbering, whereas the ABC emphasizes Thornton's embrace of the desert's unpredictability as part of the film's charm. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian.